Welcome to my Bhutan series. In December 2025, I spent 11 days and 10 nights traveling through the Kingdom of Bhutan, a country known for its happiness, spirituality, and deep connection to tradition. Over this series, I'll be sharing the journey day by day, from hiking to Tiger's Nest Monastery, to staying with local families in traditional homestays, experiencing Bhutanese food, festivals, and visiting ancient temples and monasteries tucked deep into the mountains. You'll meet the people who make Bhutan what it is, through local interviews, everyday conversations, and moments shared on the road. I travelled with Breathe Bhutan, who helped create an itinerary that focused on authentic experiences and meaningful encounters, and every day brought something completely different. Each episode in this series follows a single day in Bhutan, capturing the small moments, the big highlights, and everything in between. And I'm Hammo, and I absolutely love the Himalayas, probably my favourite area of the world. So this is Roaming with Hammo, and this is Bhutan. After 5 years in the making, I am on my flight to Bhutan. It's an early start from Bangkok, a 6 a.m. flight, so I was at the airport before 4 a.m, and that's a killer. But don't worry, look at these views. If you fly from Bangkok, you gotta sit on the left-hand side, because look at this, Everest and Kanchenjunga in the background. I told the group of Thai travellers in the queue to check in, they've got to choose a left-hand side seat. They said their tour company was in charge of that, and unfortunately they were not. But they passed me all their phones, and I took photos and videos for them on the flight. Absolutely majestic. And now we fly into Paro in Bhutan, and this flight is not for the faint-hearted as we weave in and out of the valley. Look at this. Made it. Here I am. Bhutan. Unbelievable to see you. Wow, what a flight in that was. My word. Oh, here we are. Look at this. Wowzers. Unreal. This is a dream. Temperatures dropped to -2 or 3, so the jumper's on, but that flight was absolutely sensational on the way in. Clear views of Everest and Kanchenjunga. So Kanchenjunga is the 3rd highest mountain in the world, obviously Everest is the tallest. And now I'm just already loving the architecture. We're right in the valley there. That landing is not for the faint-hearted. You're going to have to weave in and out of the mountains and just accept that it's going to be pretty close. But yeah, 5 years in the making this is. I've got to get through security. Then I'm meeting my tour group, Breathe Bhutan. We're doing a collaboration together on this trip, 10 days, full itinerary, no messing about. And then, hello, there's my friend. I was having some fun with some Thai friends on the plane with the views. Barely speaking English, but you get on anyway. That's the main part of travelling. So this is just like, what to expect? I have no idea. So going to go through security and then get my bag and meet my tour group. Absolutely buzzing here. Really excited. My guide, Sonam, welcomes me with some flowers and some wine. This is traditional when receiving a guest in Bhutan, and it was so nice, the wine, that I had 2 cups full, and I don't drink wine, so that's kudos to them.
Sure. This one? Yeah. And still in the clockwise for 2 times, and people in the side.
Just like this?
Yes. Which means we are worshipping local guardians, deities, and coming down to speak.
Okay.
Only to harm your journey. Okay. Have a smooth flow of water without any obstacles.
Thanks so much. Okay. Oh yeah, it's nice. A little more, okay. Very, very light. It's nice. That's great. So it's time to meet the crew. I have Sonam as my main guide. I have Ratu, who's another guide, who's also filming this whole adventure. And I have Parbati from Breathe Bhutan joining us for the tour. And a guy called God, who is the driver of this van, because wherever we go, we need him, and he's the most important part. And it's time to head off to the hotel.
Like a 20 district, we're going to cover almost like a 4 district.
Yeah.
And
Yep. Black coffee with a little bit of sugar. Thank you so much. So I've arrived in Tiger's Nest camp, and this is pretty idyllic, I must admit. If you were to ask me what I would probably imagine what the Bhutanese architecture looks like, what the surroundings are, and maybe even what it looks like inside the room, I would say this is it. I think actually the room I'm staying in is massively luxury. I mean, I don't stay in luxury that often, but this feels like it. So I thought I'd give you a bit of a tour of the place. And honestly, the surroundings, it's like I'm in a valley. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, enough of me talking. Let me flip it round and I'll showcase the camp. I'm already loving it, and I've been here 2 minutes. Oh, the peacefulness as well. Oh, my word. Right, let's do a little bit of commentary on what I see. Okay, that's the main hall there. And come through here. That's the restaurant over there. And I'm now gonna walk through. Hey, yeah, to here, the prayer flags. They're giving me some prayer flags as a present. Let's walk through here. So this is a camp, and these are like luxury tents, a bit like glamping really. And look at the surroundings up here. Look how clear that sky is. Blue sky. Look at this. Mountains in distance. Let's go up to here. I don't know what's up here. Look at that. Oh my god. Very similar to Nepal, I must admit, in terms of vibe and the upper regions of India. I just want to say I love these little benches. I'll be reflecting on them in the coming days, that's for sure. So this is my tent here. Right, let's go up here. I think this is mine. Yep. Want a bit of luxury? Look at this. Ooh. That isn't mine. Oops, oopsie daisy. That's lols. Is this mine? Yeah. There we go. Can't believe I walked in someone else's bedroom. Wow. If I was to define glamping, this would be it. Look at this for a morning view. Wow. Stunning. So, welcomed in from the airport, got a little song, some flowers, some wine, a gift bag as well. So really, really nice welcome from Breathe Bhutan. And now I'm at Tiger's Nest camp, just ready to have lunch in about a couple of hours, but I'm going to chill out first because I think they appreciate a 6 a.m. flight is, I mean, it's tough going. I was up at 2:30 this morning, so I might have an hour kip, maybe an hour and a half. Then we're going to have lunch and we're going to go and explore Paro for a little bit of sightseeing as well. I think we've got a cheeky little 1 hour hike this evening, so that'd be pretty cool as well. It's interesting. I know the itinerary, but I'm trying not to read it because I want to be surprised about what we get up to next. But it's totally customizable, so I'm going to have to think about, is there anything I really want to do? That's pretty cool. So I'll be doing that now, and I'm going to enjoy these views behind me. I mean, the peacefulness, you can't beat it. Just reminds me hiking in Nepal in the mountains, where there's like little tea houses, little accommodations. We are in the middle of the sticks, and where else better than Himalayas? God, what a start. After a much needed nap, it's time to head out in the minivan and get a first taste of Paro, and then ultimately to lunch, and I'm absolutely starving. Let's take a look at Paro as we head towards the cafe. Pale Diner is our cafe of choice for lunch, and let's take a look at what food we'll be eating for lunch. I am absolutely ravenous. I wonder how much food they'll give us.
Okay, the first one is known as a jangbule, the typical food from central part of Bhutan, the place called Bumtang. This is a common red rice from Paro. This is chicken pa and chili cheese, emadatsi, fried mushroom, steamed fried local fish, trout from the Paro river, and eggplant and mixed veggies.
Fantastic.
The last one is known as EJ in our native language, the chili paste. Chili is mixed with onion, tomato, cheese, and coriander.
And I can't wait to get stuck in. Hello, sir. What's your name?
I'm Mr. Kunzang.
Okay, and this is your restaurant?
Yes, sir.
What is it called and where is it?
So it's just located in Paro under the Wangchang Gyok. The Wangchang Gyok means the Gyok means the block.
Okay.
So it's not exactly in a town.
Right.
It's just away from the town.
Yeah.
And the name of the restaurant is Pale Diner.
Yes,
which is the Pale Diner.
Pale Diner up here. Yes. And what type of food do you serve?
The mostly I go with the Bhutanese.
Yes.
The pure Bhutanese, and then I also serve with the continental, the Chinese, the Indian.
Okay.
I mostly cook the Bhutanese food.
And we had Bhutanese food today for lunch. Just tell us some of the dishes that we had.
Okay, so how was the food anyway?
Food was fantastic. I could have kept going, but I had to stop because it's too much. It's so good.
Okay.
But my favourite was the chili cheese.
Okay.
The mushrooms.
Okay.
And I love that the trout was good. I don't eat much fish, but the trout was good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the mostly when we cook the Bhutanese dishes, the people say that they want a Bhutanese dish, but we mostly cook with the chilies.
Yes.
But the many people, they don't really like to eat with the chili.
Yes.
So we have no choice, we mostly have to cook with the chili.
Sure.
Yeah.
The chili stuff was amazing. I loved it.
But we have two different kind of chili. We have a fresh chili and the dried chili. Mostly the dry chilies are quite spicy, and the fresh one. So because the fresh one we can just modify it, we can take out all the seeds, so that it becomes less spicy.
And the chili cheese, is that the dried or the fresh?
The chili, I think we cooked with the dried one.
Dried one, yeah. Okay.
So I think mostly I cooked with the dried everything today.
I thought it wasn't too spicy, but that's me because I can eat spice.
Sure.
But I know some people can't. Okay. But I want to thank you for lunch. Shake your hand.
Thank you so much.
And
thank you so much for visiting my restaurant.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully people can watch this and visit you if they come to Bhutan.
Okay.
Thank you
so much.
Cheers. I am absolutely stuffed after that lunch, but that was so good. Now it's back in the van, and here's the first sight of a Zong, but we are actually going to a sand mandala display centre. I have no idea what that means or what I'm going to see, but let's take a look and find out. Very colourful.
It's a good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
And we are honoured to have you here to witness the live demo of the creation of sand mandala.
Okay.
So here, this kind of art is known as Kiko Dosin in our language. The Kiko means the mandala and the Dosin means the coloured sand that we used over here. And for your kind information, the sand is made from this stone, the quartz, which is collected from some places. So we just crush it manually to make it into a fine sand. So later on, it is mixed with the natural dyed color. So that's why it is looking colorful over here.
This is incredible. I don't know how you start.
So here the mandala means it is kind of a heaven or palace for different god and goddess. So it is believed that if you're able to create one complete session, it is exactly that you are kind of constructing a concrete palace for that particular god and goddess. So that is the benefit that you're getting from while creating one complete session. So we have been practicing this kind of art since 7th century.
Wow.
But it is officially introduced in monastery for the monks during 17th century by the unifier who flew from Tibet to Bhutan, known as Shabdungao Namgyal. So actually the creation of sand mandala is originated from Tibet.
Yeah.
But when Unifier introduced in our country, he has just introduced everything in a different way, unlike the Tibetans. Because the Tibetans, they use some tools, something like a set of metal straw. They will just pull up one and drop it another one to pour the amount of sand over there. But here in our country, we just use a pinched finger. So here you might have noticed so many details over here. This is done by freehand with the pinched finger. The only tool we used is just to draw that circular shapes and the squares inside, because this kind of art needs some geometric measurement.
Yeah.
Otherwise, everything is just done with a pinched finger.
How long would this take to complete?
So, if it is on, the daily basis, after spending 8 hours by 2 people, then it will be completed within 2 weeks.
Got it.
But here it took longer period of time because we just showcased whenever the tourist comes over here. So it took almost 2.5 months to complete this one.
Wow.
And here to do this kind of art, we need a skilled professionals. Mostly the monks, because they will just train them in the monastery.
Okay.
Here the master, he is not creating his own design. There are around more than 100 traditional masterpieces. So if he is asked to create one of the kind, then he had to remove all the details that are needed over there. So that's why we need a skilled professionals. And it is also used as a tool for mental and meditation, because it is believed that this kind of art really grabs your attention and the focus. And to do this kind of art, it has to do it at the state of mindfulness.
Yes.
And the master, he really needs to be precise with what he does over there, because if something goes wrong, he had to start certain portions all over again. So that's why he really needs to be careful.
That's why it's incredible.
But even it will just benefit the people who all are witnessing. So if you carefully witness how the master is doing over there, it will just calm the mind and it will remove the negative energy and bring you with a positive energy. So at the end, it will just bring you peace of mind.
Yeah.
But overall, it just symbolizes the impermanence, because right now we put so much effort to create such a beautiful art over here. But once it is fully completed, then we just preserve it for a few days, depending upon the duration of the ritual ceremony.
Yeah.
Then after that, we just dismantle this art, so which reminds us that nothing lasts forever, and we should not get attached to anything that we own. So same like this art, how it relates to our life is that we come in this world with nothing, but we try to make our life so beautiful and comfortable. the fact is that we are here to live temporarily on this planet Earth. No matter how beautiful, rich, or powerful we are, when time comes, again we have to leave this world with nothing. Though we have so much behind us, but we have to leave with nothing. So that is the whole process of impermanence, as well as it is just teaching us to accept the world, let it go. So at the end, it is just reminding us that nothing is permanent.
True.
So once it is fully dismantled, the sand over here are mostly thrown into clean water bodies.
Okay.
And here in our country, we just throw this into a river. The first reason is you are just returning it to the nature itself.
Yeah.
Because the stone and the color, it is collected from the nature and you are just giving it back. And the second reason, since we do some ritual ceremony, it is considered as a blessed scent. And it is believed that wherever those sands are carried on, it will just spread the positive energy. And also it is kind of a blessing to those suffering beings over there. But some people, they just preserve an amount of sand at their home just to bring good luck, peace and harmony. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Just to create your own design beyond this one.
So any colour, any design?
Yes. So for the beginning, you don't have to follow any colour structure.
Okay.
Use any colour that you like. We have a set of 2 colours over here. Just use a pinched finger.
Yeah, because mine's gone all over the place. Oh wow, look at yours. Okay, this is Parvati's. That's way better than mine. Is this the first time you're doing it? Wow. Voila. Here's my final masterpiece. Okay. That hard work. I accept. First of all, I want to say thanks for the showcase. I was blown away by the detail and the patience that's needed to create this masterpiece behind me. And what I can't get my head around, honestly, is you create this masterpiece, it might take 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then it goes away. So that's a really strong mindset. And when I was creating my own little piece here, I was pretty proud of my work. But then, as they all do, we had to brush it away and put it into the centre. And it's actually quite an interesting feeling. I didn't think I would like it, but I didn't mind it because I put some time and effort into it. I saw it with my own eyes, and now I think, do you know what? I really enjoyed creating that little masterpiece of mine, and the feeling inside was therapeutic. It was relaxing, and yeah, it kind of reminds me and all of us here that nothing is permanent, and we come and go. We start with nothing, we leave with nothing. So yeah, that's my feelings, and I actually could get into that hobby. I think I could do it on a regular basis. I quite like it. So I want to say thank you. Here are some other fantastic artworks that they sell at the centre, which you can buy and place in your home. Very impressive indeed. After delving into art, now it's time for a short hike, and this is the Zuri Zong hike. It will take about an hour, and first up is sensational views of a plane landing at Paro International Airport. And this hike will be a very, very easy trail through the hills, up a little bit to get some views, down to a Zong, and then ultimately down to a 5-star resort hotel. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the views, getting some miles into the legs, and then having tea and coffee at the hotel. Let's check out this hike. Excited. national tree, the cypress tree. Have customers who stay here?
Yes, we do have.
Yeah. These fantastic grounds and this marvellous structure belongs to the Como Uma Paro Hotel. This is a luxury hotel in Western Bhutan. This is 5 stars and a traveller's paradise. And the plan here is to go in, have afternoon tea with a view. So I'm really excited to see what's the other side of this hotel. And after my first day in Bhutan, I'm really tired. So looking forward to getting into the warmth, having a tea and doing some reflection. What an absolutely stunning view of the valley. Clear skies, a tiny snow-capped mountain in the distance, and the most stunning hotel to have a cup of tea and have afternoon tea. If you enjoyed that trendy coffee, you can buy me a coffee for $5
Thank you.
at buymeacoffee.com/wingingit. This helps the production costs of this YouTube channel and helps me personally to travel to provide you with some great travel content. Cheers. What a dreamy way to end the first day in Bhutan, and I've absolutely loved it. A lot to take in, a lot to learn, but I loved every second of meeting my guides, everyone that's been part of the day, and also seeing the stunning views of this amazing country. Now it's time to grab dinner at the hotel, and as you can see, there is plenty of choice for us for dinner. My word, the momos are so good. And it's time to grab an early night and get up early tomorrow for the Tiger's Nest Monastery, and I cannot wait.
Morning all. Morning from Paro in Bhutan. Had a great first day yesterday, really busy, really tiring. 2:30 a.m. alarm call straight from Bangkok at a 6 a.m. flight to Paro in Bhutan, and we're straight on it. And now I'm up this morning early, packing, and gonna have breakfast, and then it's the hike up to the Tiger's Nest Monastery, probably the number one thing to do in Bhutan for a lot of people, so I'm really excited for that. It's going to be a fairly challenging hike. It's going to be cold as well, so I'm packing in preparation for that, and once I get that done, I'll be off to Thimphu the afternoon. So let's see how the hike goes. I'm expecting great views, a little early peak outdoors, clear blue skies, so I should get the colours that I need and want. But first, breakfast. So ladies and gentlemen, morning, Tiger's Nest today. You actually can see it from here. And this is the aim. Here we go. Up there. There. That's what I'm going towards. Predictions are it's about 2 hours one way, and there's a calf halfway up. So it shouldn't be too bad. It looks fairly up all the way. It's going to be a bit of a test. Oh, it's a dog. Where's the dog? Huh. Where did he come from?
Can you believe it? Baked beans and eggs on toast for breakfast. I know I'm in Bhutan, but my normal rule for travel is always a Western breakfast. I can't do rice 3 times a day. This is much needed before the hike. It's time to collect my bag, check out, and get ready to take the journey to the parking lot of the hike, which is about a 45-minute drive. And as you can see, we've got glorious weather awaiting us up there. My word, I cannot wait to get started. It's going to be an absolute dream day. I can feel it. A smooth journey to the parking lot, and now we get ready to start the hike. I am buying a wooden pole for 100 rupees. Bhutanese and Indian money are the same, so it's 100 Indian rupees. And it's time to take stock of where we're heading towards and begin the hike. Beyond excited. Right, here we go. Hike to Tiger's Nest Monastery. Got my hat, got my pole, got my crew. There we are. And how long is it going to take? One way.
That depends on with your pace.
Very slow.
Very slow, let's say 2 hours, 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. And we'll have a nice little cafe visit or halfway through. Little tea break. Or washroom break.
Let's say.
Yeah.
1 hour, nearly 1 hour, 20 minutes, we'll reach to halfway.
Yeah.
To the cafe.
Lovely.
We'll stop there.
Nice tea.
To have a cup of tea.
Yes.
Visit washroom.
Yeah.
To take picture from the view.
Is that the best place to take a picture?
Not really the best
Okay,
place,
cool.
but at least you will get certain like side of the monastery.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, can't wait. And elevation it's going to be a thing.
Starting from 2,500.
Yeah.
And we are going to ascend up to 3,000.
Yes.
The elevation gain will be like roughly 500 meters.
Yep. Okay. Being from someone from sea level, it's going to be interesting, but I'm really excited to see the view. And we've got a gorgeous day. No cloud in the sky. Clear blue skies. God, I'm already out of breath. Right, let's get going. Are you ready? Nice gentle start so far, not too hardcore, apart from elevation. We keep going. The first impressions of the hike is a steady incline and switchbacks, and as you can see here, just trudging up the hill to the next viewpoint of the vista. Slowly. And talking of vistas, they do keep opening up, and look at this. Sensational views over the valley, and occasionally we get a little peek onto Tiger's Nest Monastery on the cliff, but more to come on that later. One foot in front of the other, and enjoy the hike and embrace the burn. It'll be totally worth it. I know it will. First glimpse, there it is. Yeah. Almost at the halfway point to the cafe. Yeah, I need a tea or coffee. I must admit, it's a gentle incline, I'd say. You know, I'm no person to really rate a hike,
because I'm not a very good hiker, but I have done a lot of hard hikes in my time. I actually think most of it is mental, really. Just got to keep going. But my honest review is the first half to the calf, not that difficult. You just need to take it slow, step by step, and the incline is not that big, like compared to the Akasanango, for example. That's God behind me. He's our driver, most important person in the group. Keeps us going to places, and he's with us, which is great. I'll buy you a tea or coffee at the top. Just one more little bit to go, and we're there. It's good to get hiking in. Need it. Got to push yourself, haven't you? Oh, and the views. Probably getting bored of me mentioning it at this point, but it's just so good. The guide, Sonan, said this time of year is perfect for hiking. It's a bit cooler, less crowds, and guaranteed blue skies. So I'm really happy that I chose early December to come to Bhutan. Right, oh, what's that over there? Let's get to the halfway point, but they've got a cool little view here actually. I'll show you. There it is. I love Buddhism and temples. Hits the feels. One more. This is the gate to the halfway cafe, and a little bit of history about Paro Taksang. Tiger's Nest Monastery, or Paro Taksang, is Bhutan's most iconic landmark. It's a sacred Buddhist monastery clinging dramatically to a sheer cliff face, nearly 3,000 metres above sea level, in the Punakha Valley. According to legend, Guru Rinpoche, the father of Bhutanese Buddhism, flew here on the back of a tigress in the 8th century and meditated in a cave, making this one of the most important spiritual sites in the country. Today, reaching Tiger's Nest requires a challenging uphill hike, but for Bhutanese people and travellers alike, the journey is as meaningful as the destination. As we approach the cafe, the guides tell me that this is the proper first clearing you'll see of Tiger's Nest, and of course, we're that little bit closer. I cannot wait to see the view. Made it halfway to the cafe, and honestly, this view right here is absolutely sensational, so I'll flip it over. Ah, there it is. Wow. Look at that. Ah, there she is. Majestic. Oh, what a view. Can't wait to go up there. This is where we break for a coffee, but look at these views. Absolutely stunning. How on earth did they build that on that cliff face? It beggars belief, really. I just can't get enough of the view. It seems really close, but also super far away, which is a weird feeling, but it's awe-inspiring. And that little temple and house you see to the left, that's the viewing platform, and that's where we're aiming towards in the second half of the hike. Right, review of the first half. Very doable, very moderate for an average hiker, but the views get better as you go up. And when you get to the halfway point at the cafe, I've got a coffee here. Cheers. And honestly, when you sit down and have that coffee and just look up there, that is one of the best views I've had for a coffee. I can't quite believe I'm here, to be honest. But anyway, I'm here. We've got another half to go, so we're halfway up, 250 metres. Probably took an hour and 15 minutes from the base camp, not too bad. And then we do another hour and 15 minutes to the famous viewpoint where you see the pictures on Google. So I'll get my thumbnail and I'll get my photo there, and I can't wait to get up there. But I'm loving this hike, and I'm actually quite relieved it's not too hard at the minute. The viewpoint here is, Tiger's Nest is there. To the left you've got the famous viewpoint where you have the photo, and to the left you've got other little temples in the hills. And we're going to go up to the viewpoint there, back down, cross a river, and that'd be so cool to go and visit. I'm going to finish my coffee, have a biscuits, get ready to go up to the next point, and I'll see you at the top. Wow, can't wait. Cheers.
So cool. Anyway, we move. We carry on. Right, what have we got here? Looks a bit of a clearing here. Ooh, this could be it. This could be it. This could be it. Sonam is waiting just there. Is this it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Viewpoint.
Okay.
From here, the staircase starts.
Yeah.
Sitting down to waterfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then we used to have the views.
Yeah. Damn trees. How dare they? Yeah. God. You can sense the anticipation. Oh my god. Cannot wait to see this. Ooh. Here we are, we're approaching the first viewpoint. I can hear the mumblings of people. I can sense the anticipation of what the view is going to be, and I couldn't be any more excited. Here we go. Let's see what we get. There she is. Oh, look at that. Wow. There are no words, but what we'll give you are different angles. So enjoy, breathe it in, drink it in, and imagine what it's like to be there in person to see it. Absolutely dreamy. Oh, look at this. Wowzers. Now it's time to follow Sonam into the temple itself. And there are about 700 steps down to the bridge over the waterfall, then some more steps back up to the temple. This could be the hardest part of the hike, and I did joke to Sonam that this is going to be tough, and he's like, yep, this is the toughest part of the hike, but it's well worth getting to the end and seeing the temple itself. There are no videos or cameras allowed in the temple or mobile phones, so this will be a journey to the temple through the gate until I hand my camera and my phone in to Sonam. Let's head to the waterfall and the bridge and then the temple. After an hour visit, we're now heading back up to the photo points, and this is how I would describe the inside of the temple. The tiger's nest inside is completely different. The noise drops away, the space feels smaller, quieter, but heavier somehow. The walls are quite dark and worn smooth by time, lit softly by butter lamps that flicker and cast shadows across the paintings. There's a smell of incense in the air, thick, earthy maybe, and it clings to my clothes. There are so many monks in the temple. They move quietly past, murmuring prayers under their breath. You hear the low hum of chanting and the shuffling of feet on wooden floors, the creak of beams that feel impossibly old. Sonam is giving me the rundown and the history of the temple, and it's staggering. There's too much to take in, too much to learn, but there are no phones, no cameras, and for the first time in a long while, there's nothing to distract me. I'm not here to capture the moment, I'm here to sit in it, learn, and drink it in. It's quite serene and magical at the same time. Number one thing to do this year. Absolutely stunning. No cameras allowed inside. That makes it even better. This is the most popular photo spot for tourists, and it was a battle to get in here. As I wrap up my last bit of content for Breathe Bhutan and myself, I sit here and admire the views, and I'm pretty sure you got a good idea of what that was as well. Now it's time to head back down the trail. I don't film too much back down because I'm itching to get to the car park and get to lunch. I'm absolutely starving. And traditionally, I do downhill pretty well. Uphill's a struggle, but downhill, I'm virtually running down. And for me, the best bit is over. Now it's time to move on, reflect, and get to lunch. Just quickly, if you're loving this video, hit the like button and then subscribe to the channel. There's more Bhutan videos coming up. And leave a comment to tell me your favourite part of this video. Hiking downhill, for me, controversially, is easier. I can rattle downhill quicker than Usain Bolt. That's because I need lunch. And it's not too steep a decline, so I can rattle through this. Pretty good on the awareness, pretty good on the steps down. If it's like 4 hours down, then I might be a bit more careful, should we say, but nah, let's get down there and get some Bhutanese lunch. Right, back to the car park. Done. Tiger's Nest Monastery completed. Until next time. We arrived back into Paro for lunch, and this place we've not really checked out yet, but more on that later in this series. Now it's time to get stuck into this. After refueling on Bhutanese food, now it's a journey to Thimphu from Paro, which takes about an hour, and we're going to head straight to the hotel, which is called the Hotel Access Suites. I've got a half an hour or 45-minute rest before heading to Kinley's house. And let's check out the room. Okay, let's start a tour. This looks way too fancy. Wow. Wowzers. That is insane. Breathe Bhutan are hosting me on this tour, and the owner of that tour company, Kinley, has invited me over for drinks and dinner at his house. And we have a great time talking travel, life, and of course, eating lots and lots of food.
And we have lentil soup here, so bleached chili and yak chunks. Yeah, meat chunks. You have juice ear, mushroom, you have chili paste. Then we have a dried fish, then you have chicken nuggets, kind of.
Okay.
Then we have here again, jerky, but it's crushed kind.
Yeah.
And here we have the famous imatatsi.
Yeah.
And we have like mixed vegetable.
Lovely.
So this is a good mix of vegetarian as well as non-veg with rice and lentil soup.
Amazing.
So it's for you to enjoy now.
Absolutely.
Yep. I will join you.
The traditional Bhutanese way. I love meeting local people, hearing stories, and learning about their life in a place that's so far away from where I live. This is key to travel, and I implore you to speak and meet local people as much as you can when you travel. Morning all. A bit of an early start this morning at Wangditsi. That's how you pronounce where we are. The idea this morning is to hike up to a monastery. I'm going to meet a monk who's going to cook me breakfast. And I don't know what that breakfast entails. I think it's going to be eggs and tea, I'd imagine. So it's going to be a unique experience. So I think I get to speak to him and interview him for the podcast and for the YouTube with a translator. Yeah, it's a little walk up. I don't think it's too difficult. Very easy apparently on all trails. So, but it's a lovely morning here. Sunrise is up and clear blue skies, and what a place to be for a morning walk. So looking forward to cracking on, having some breakfast, and I think the views might be pretty good as well. Legs are a little bit tired, but it's a pretty easy one this morning, I think. So nice little walk up.
Right, this is where we're going to. It's about an hour away, apparently. Maybe shorter, maybe 45 minutes. This is what it's going to look like. There it is, in the distance. That temple. That looks pretty cool. Look at that. Hopefully those dogs are not too aggressively. Cold. Oh. Yeah.
This is the view over the capital Thimphu, and look how majestic it is. Wow. That low cloud and fog just makes this walk and this experience even more special. I can't wait to have a breakfast with that view with the Lama. And we're heading to Wangditsi Lakang, that's the name of the temple, and we're nearly there, not long to go. But I keep stopping for these views. Oh.
Right, that took about half an hour. Very easy, very nice. Early morning, stunning views with a misty view of Thimphu. And we're approaching the gates of the temple. This is pretty exciting. The view from over there of the temple, that was incredible. So I'm looking forward to going into the grounds. How cool is this? Okay, here we go. How good is that view? My word. Huh. That is so cool. That's crazy. Ah, man. I think if I could define Bhutan before I was here, it would be this temple on a hill with this view. Look at that, misty Thimphu. Wowzers. Well, there it is. Insane. Okay, so Nam, what is this place?
Yeah, currently we are here at Wangditsi after doing an hour hike from Sangigang to here, and it was very early morning and winter is very chill. It's very cold, right?
Very cold.
Yeah. Currently we are here, Wangditsi temple, which was founded back in the 1715 by the 8th Dukdesi, who is the governor, 8th governor. And this temple plays a very historical importance in Bhutan, and also this is one of the oldest temple in Bhutan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and as we Breathe Bhutan offer our guests to enjoy doing the breakfast over here early morning with the main priest, the Lama. That's why today, are you happy?
Very happy.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Yeah, absolutely excited.
Today for the breakfast,
Yeah.
with the Lama over here. First, with the tea, it goes as a snacks. This is a roasted rice.
Yeah.
This one is red rice, spinach with cheese.
Yeah.
And this one is egg.
Yeah.
This one is cheese with the butter.
Oh.
Fried cheese.
Okay.
Yeah. This one is chili paste.
Yeah.
Dry chili paste.
Yeah. Okay. Amazing.
I didn't capture too much footage of me and the Lama having breakfast because I wanted to be in the moment and not filming all the time. However, as we enjoy butter tea, milk tea and the breakfast, afterwards I got to interview him for my podcast, the Winging It Travel Podcast. And you can hear a snippet here and check out the full interview in the link in the show notes.
I'm sitting here with the most amazing view, having a cup of tea and breakfast
with a priest here in Bhutan. So my first question is, can you introduce yourself, your name, and where we are in Bhutan?
Ngagimi Dujitsri, then Wangditsi Lam Dujitsri is showing.
The Lama or the priest is saying that his name is Dojitsring and he is the main Lama of the Wangditsi temple, Lakhang.
The Lama and I talked for an hour about life in Bhutan, the breakfast, Thimphu, the view, and just general chit-chat. His English wasn't the best, but it doesn't matter. You've got to embrace it, use your guide as a translator, and you can learn so much from a guide like this. So after breakfast, we were pretty full, but he took us for a tour around the temple. After a fantastic breakfast with the Lama and the crew, it's time to head down to the next activity. Right, next stop is Choki Traditional Art School, just behind me. I'm not very good at art, but I've got a music background, so I'm interested in art, especially like Buddhist art or Tibetan art, so that's an interest of mine, so we're going to visit. I think I'm going to get shown around, probably shown some art, might even get to try some, see what happens. And yeah, I love this sort of culture of a country. I think art is very important for a country. That does give you an insight into their culture and how they think about life and how they think about going about their day-to-day business. So looking forward to it. Look at this, hills in the background there, my word, middle of nowhere. After my breakfast with the monk this morning, the culture continues. Let's carry on. Choki Traditional Art School. Choki Traditional Art School, just outside Thimphu, is one of the most inspiring places to experience Bhutanese culture up close. It was founded in 1999 by renowned artist Dasho Choki Dorji, and the school is a non-profit institution dedicated to preserving Bhutan's traditional arts while giving underprivileged youth a future through creativity. The students live and study here, learning ancient skills like traditional painting, wood carving, embroidery, weaving, and tailoring, all part of Bhutan's sacred artistic heritage. So with all that in mind, I'm really looking forward to seeing what makes this place special, the type of tuition they offer, the food, the accommodation, and any other information that I can get. Also, I really want to contribute at the end to buying some gifts for back home. So let's see what we have in store.
So he shot an arrow from there, so it was land behind this museum. And from there, so like divine madman, he sprinkle like rice.
Yeah.
So from there, like stream water emerge. So this has many medicinal properties. We do still have this one. So people used to come here. So it have like many medicinal benefits.
Yes.
And he like advised the people of this valley to build a 3-stupa. You can see it there.
Yes.
So this also we have behind the museum.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
So he advised to build a god of compassion, god of power, and god of wisdom. So if you build this 3-stupa, so this valley will protect from the evils, and there will be happiness.
Let's hope.
So,
I absolutely love getting stuck into activities and trying stuff for the first time. So this is frying rice. This is a Bhutanese snack. It's quite savoury, a little bit salty and nutty from the frying and the wok. And they asked if I wanted to have a go. So here goes. Oh, lots of rice going everywhere. Oh, okay.
it will bring all
Yes, yes.
Yeah, like this.
Okay.
Oh, wow, now you know.
I can cook.
Now you are qualified. It will burn.
Burn? Yeah.
No, but this way. That's it, yeah.
Is it done?
Yes, done now.
Sure.
Like this.
Almost there.
And we can add it here.
Lovely.
Yes. Print like this with the help of soot ink. So this one is like soot powder.
Yeah.
They used to mix with water, so they will do that. So they will show some demo how the printing works.
Sure.
So if you want to do hands-on, you're most welcome.
Is it easier than cooking rice?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, like a roller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chemical use, everything is natural.
Yeah.
So you can see.
Oh wow, look at that. That's incredible. Huh.
So if you do like hands-on, you're most welcome.
Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
Roll? Yeah.
Now you can roll.
Roll?
Yes.
This way?
Yes.
There you go. That's so cool.
Now you're qualified in law printing also. Okay.
That's amazing. Those hieroglyphics were so tough. That required patience, more patience, and a little bit more to get to the end. But I was pretty proud of my effort. Now we take a little walk to explore the rest of the school. And next up is how to make butter tea. This could be interesting. Salt? Yeah.
So this is how in olden days they used to keep the butter like this.
Oh, okay.
Butter.
Yeah. It's in there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Then you just stir it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to churn.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Hit the bottom. Okay. This is difficult. Down slow, up high. That's really difficult. That's the hardest thing so far.
Now we'll taste a butter tea with roasted rice, the Zong.
Actually, whenever like in the past they had to carry such kind of cup.
Oh, you put it in?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Taste delicious now.
Cheers.
Chops up.
Is it good?
It's okay. No more. Thanks. I must admit, as much as I tried, I just don't like butter tea. I'm sorry, it's just not my thing. Let's check out more of the museum.
Do you have idea?
You see those pots on the left-hand side? This guy is making all of these, and it looks pretty intense and old school and traditional. And I'll tell you what is so therapeutic is watching that go round the wheel as he carves into it and shapes it out. It's pretty cool to watch. Can I see? Yeah. There you go. Amazing. Great job.
About the Samantha meditation.
Yes.
The Samantha meditation is the basic course of meditation. Basic, first we have to do a Samantha. Then only we can pursue the higher meditation. So like here is represented. Monk is a meditator.
Yeah.
So elephant is the mind. And rope, this represent the like awareness.
Okay.
So monkey represent the distractions. These are all distractions.
Distractions, yeah.
So when you keep on meditating, you can see the mind, the color of elephant change. There is little bit of mindfulness within ourselves.
Yes.
So you can see here, distraction is mind is controlled by the distraction, and meditator itself is behind the mind.
Yeah. Oh, it carries on.
When you keep on meditating, there is no distraction. You can see the elephant.
Yes. Yeah.
Fully changed. Now meditator is informed that this tell us that now I can control my mind and I have more awareness and mindfulness within myself.
Mm-hmm.
This is the end of the Samantha meditation. From here, it start Abhyapana is like advanced course of meditation start from here.
Right. Now it's time for my own piece of artwork. As now it's time for a bit of therapeutic colouring in. And who doesn't love colouring in? Just reminds you of a child where you are carefree, no worries in the world, and you can do what you want. Okay, these are the premium products that the school sells. So here's the mask section. There it is, so cool. I'm going to buy a mask, but maybe not a premium one, but there you go, look. And I saw on the way in they accept Visa, so. To support the school, I really want to buy some souvenirs. So now it's time to take a look to see what they have. And they have 2 floors. One's a premium floor for the more expensive stuff, and the shop downstairs for the lower price stuff. Everything here is made from the students at the school. So I'm definitely going to buy some masks, some bowls, and some artwork. Let's take a look and see what they have to offer. I spent around 200 Canadian dollars on souvenirs, and I'm so proud to support the school and for the work that they do. That's so cool. The bowls, the masks, the artwork will be great presents for people for Christmas and for myself in the home when I'm back in Canada. I really enjoyed my visit. Please check out the link in the show notes for more information on Choki Traditional Art School. Next was a late lunch and a very nice surprise. I got to have lunch with Dr. Keng Sonam-dorji, who is a songwriter, folk musician, and one of the most famous traditional Bhutanese musicians in history. On your visit to Thimphu, if you like to stay in Dr. Keng's hotel, it's called Thimphu Boutique, and it's a vibrant hub for cultural gatherings, offering spaces for weddings, birthday celebrations, obviously a very comfortable hotel stay, and more. Check it out with the links in the show notes. My guides knew that I loved music, I studied music, so they arranged this lunch, and it's great to have a chat before lunch, then had lunch itself with this amazing spread. What do we have for lunch?
You are here to have a very authentic Bhutanese dishes today. We have rice over here.
Yeah.
And we have here the it's called sikkim, the pork, and we have a chicken here, and this is called chilichis and madasi.
Yeah.
And this is a very, one of the very special dishes that we prepare here in this hotel. This is called, a fried chili with a butter.
Okay.
And you have a salad here, the cucumber.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
And this is
This is a very interesting. It's a pumpkin soup.
Oh, I love pumpkin soup. It's my favourite. Amazing.
I hope you will have a good time today.
Yeah, absolutely. And then he treated us to a traditional song. And I knew this is well known because my guides were filming, getting excited about it, and humming along. So enjoy, and here's lunch with Dr. Keng Sonam-dorji.
It's a simple lute, a Bhutanese lute, one of the prominent musical instruments in Bhutan. And I travel, along every part of the world with her. She's my bass partner. Hurry Thank you.
So my guides told me that the penultimate activity of the day is visiting the Faculty of Traditional Medicine. Now, I don't know much, so I'm getting a tour of the museum and an explanation of the whole practice of itself. And then I'm going to get a pulse reading, which will tell me some stuff to work on from a health perspective. I am nervous and excited at the same time to see what this pulse reading is going to tell me.
Okay. So, I think everything is quite fine. Okay. So, I was talking you about the three energies, right? Yeah. So, wind energy, bile energy, and the flame energies. So, the bile energy is not that, what you say now, like balanced. So within yourself. So that is only the problem, So you don't have any problem with having a good or sound sleep. No. You don't have any headaches.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a lot this year, yeah. A lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, most probably if the bile energy is not in the balanced state, probably you're gonna have headache.
Yeah.
So we say bile energy is actually associated more or less with heart energies.
Okay.
And what we can do to reduce or bring back to the balanced state is whatever we consume, it should actually contain the cold potency.
Okay.
And in general, if we cannot identify, each and every foods or maybe like fruits, whether they have the hot potency or cold potency, in general, we can see like if you happen to take the foods which has the bitter in taste, most probably they contain the cold potency.
Okay.
So yeah, so you really need to take that.
It's so interesting. I struggle in the summer. So when it comes to, so I live in Canada, right? So when it comes to summer, May, June, that's when I struggle. It gets hotter. Maybe my sleep is not as good because it's hot. So the hot weather does do something to me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if we don't have aircon or something to cool us down, I can struggle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Overlooking Thimphu is the Buddha Dordenma, one of the largest seated Buddha statues in the world. It stands at more than 50 meters tall and it symbolizes peace, protection and prosperity for Bhutan and beyond. Built to fulfill an ancient prophecy, the statue watches over the valley below, offering incredible views and a powerful sense of calm. It's one of Bhutan's most iconic and meaningful places to visit, and this place was absolutely stunning. To finish a really busy and long day, I had the most amazing chat with Ugyen Rinzen, and I recorded this for my Winging It Travel podcast, which you can find on YouTube or Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and the full episode will be in the show notes below. Be sure to check it out. It's about Bhutanese history, culture, Buddhism and more. And what a day that was. That was one of the busiest and most fulfilling days in travel I've ever had. Time to check out of my hotel called the Access Suites. A fantastic stay and very comfortable. And I'm dressed ready for the day. Look at this. I'm dressed in the traditional go. Now it's time to head into the minivan and off to the festival. I cannot wait to see what's in store. I'm at the Dolchara Pass and the Himalayas are in stunning views here. Clear sky, you can see in the background here. There we go. And Bhutan actually has the highest unclimbed mountain in the world. And I'm actually at the festival here. There's a festival going on today, which is one of Bhutan's most iconic things to see and do. I'm really excited for that. It's the Royal Military Festival. So I'm going to go up to that in a minute. But first, I'm going to take a look at the Himalayan range. I'll pop the photo up, which is detailing what the ranges are and the heights and stuff and what mountains are. And then I'm going to walk around, get some photos, get some videos, and gosh, stunning views this morning, my word. This is so cool. Right, let's have a little look. So that one there
is the highest unclimbed mountain in the world. Top notch. Today I'm visiting the Druk Wangyal Festival, which is one of Bhutan's most visually striking and meaningful celebrations, held every year at Dochada Pass, which is about 3,100 metres above sea level in the Himalayas. This festival was created in 2011 to honour His Majesty the Fourth King and to celebrate Bhutan's peace, stability and unity, particularly following the successful military operation that restored peace in southern Bhutan in the early 2000s. So what I'm expecting to see at the festival will be a mix of traditional Bhutanese culture and modern storytelling. There should be masked dancers, the Royal Bhutan Army, performances about Bhutan's modern history, vibrant costumes, colour, mountain views, and maybe some well-known people. The iconic 108 Druk Wangyal Chortens are a dramatic backdrop, often with snow-capped peaks, which we've seen so far. Let's get in there and see what it's all about. This is the Druk Wangyal Situ Festival. Look at this. Wow, so look at the colours. Himalayas in the background. Very busy, very popular. There's a lot of dances going on. This defines culture. Oh, what a moment. So cool. This is a parade and a festival to commemorate the military. In 2003, there was some insurgency from India in the south, which was crushed and stopped within 3 days from their army and military. Some of them did die actually. But the fourth king, so now king's father, went to war with the army to sort that out, and that's why he started this festival, to commemorate those guys who fought for the country. And here we are paying respects. It's going to lift us up a little bit. That's so cool, isn't it? Possible? Yeah. Sure. Okay, yeah. You gonna be here? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I'll walk around. Can I go up here as well to the left? Yeah. Yeah. But in front of the tent, they want you to stand. Ah, I see. Yeah. That's cool. I can go around the right hand side. You can go straight to the where? Yes. Yeah. So you can walk around there to that place? Okay. Ah, okay. Yes, agree. Yeah. These two guys dressed in the masks and the costumes are like the MCs. They do make the crowd laugh and introduce the next performances. It's quite funny to watch them go about and do their thing. As you can see, I swapped positions to watch the performances, and I'm absolutely loving the colours and the different types of dancers. Those MCs do make me laugh. This is more of a patriotic or reflective type festival, whereas most festivals in Bhutan do have their religious roots.
As you can see in the background there, the covered seats, they are the important people who are watching from the best view, and they can see the Himalayas behind these dancers. But because of its location, scale and symbolism, this festival is often seen as a powerful expression of the modern Bhutanese identity, and everyone's in good spirits, hanging out with friends and family, having drink and food, and enjoying the festivities. Speaker of the National Assembly. There he is, doing the rounds, some TV about. It's pretty cool, very popular. That's amazing. The colours, the flags, the dancers. It's been an awesome time so far. Look at that background, my word. What a cool event. You have to go to a festival in Bhutan, it's a must. So when you plan your trip, look at the calendar, there's plenty throughout the year. And I got lucky with this one with my timings. Because I booked my flights first, then booked my trip. But there's more to come. Oh, loving the background, look at that. Oh. After a few hours at the festival, it was time to leave and head off deeper into the Punakha Valley, and we're aiming for Chimi Lakang Temple, which my guides have told me is known as the Fertility Temple, and it sits on a small hilltop in the Punakha Valley. We're going to get there and walk through some villages called Subsokka and Tia Pronghu, and that will take me through some rice paddies, Bhutanese homes and prayer flags, hopefully, offering a glimpse into everyday village life before arriving at the temple. So let's take a journey towards these villages and see what we can find.
Right now, mainly associated with this, the Falas,
Yep.
is mainly associated with the Divine Madman.
Divine Madman, yeah.
Yeah. It's a Tibetan saint who visited Bhutan back to around 15th century. So, is as I said, associated with the fertility and all. So in the summer, they do a rice cultivation over this field.
Yeah.
And in the winter, they grow some other crops like wheat or like the mustard and all.
Mustard?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, it's nice and peaceful. Some rice paddies, there they are, yeah. Now, control yourself. Right, next stop in Punakha, we're at the temple called Chimney Kokon, and this is related to the divine madman or Drukpa Kinley. I've been explained that he is a bit of a ladies' man and a madman and a bit of a funny man, jokey, and his teachings do come from Tibet, but this temple behind me is in honour of him, and honestly, I mean, what a place to have it. Look at that. The views behind me there, incredible, of the valley. Punakha is a bit warmer actually, a bit lower in altitude, about 1,500 metres. And the main thing that this temple is kind of known for is, as you walk in through the village, you'll see a lot of penises on walls and on houses and stuff. That is to provide protection, to ward away the evil spirits, but also help couples with fertility. So people can come here, do a ceremony, the woman has to, I think, hold one of those and walk around the temple 3 times, and then hopefully that does the trick. So we're now going to pop into the temple, have a look. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the Kama Sutra temple in India, which I went to many years ago, but obviously it's different, so I'm looking forward to giving it a go and seeing what it's like. But first, let's check out this view. Right, let's go. That was the end of the visit and of the day too. Now we're back into the van, heading to our hotel in the hills, and as it comes to sunset, I cannot wait to see the views of the Punakazong in the distance. I've been told it's an absolute stunner, so let's see what we get. Absolutely stunning. I cannot believe how awesome that looks. I was up early for sunrise and was treated to this stunning view of the Punakazong and surrounding areas for breakfast. I mean, my word, what a sight. Dharma City is a hotel in a great location for a stay overnight. The service is fantastic, the views are incredible, and the food is so fresh and local. I loved my stay, and you should check out this place on your visit to the Punakha Valley. We had breakfast and tea, checked out the hotel, and now it's time to head off to the first activity of the day. Morning all, on another walk here to a temple called Konsomnile Engil. Probably pronounced that wrong. Yeah, sort of struggling a little bit at the minute because just a bit exhausted and not sleeping that well, because it takes a while to acclimatise to the Himalayas really, with the altitude and a bit of a blocked nose, so I'm sleeping through my mouth and dry mouth and all that. But I do get enough sleep, it's just a little bit exhausting. But I am ready to go this morning on this path to the temple, and I'll show you where I'm heading towards. Here's the path, and there's a temple right up there. Looks like a stupa, but apparently it's not. So this should take about 40-45 minutes. I don't think it'll be too bad, but nice to get out in the morning sunshine. It's quite mild here in Punakha. It's lower elevation, about 1,500 metres, something like that. That actually helps, to be fair, because the festival yesterday was 3,100. So, right, here we go. I'll see you at the top. We took a slight detour to go through this field to go and check out some local farmers. So let's see what they're doing in the distance. Crush the hay to get the grain. It looked like back-breaking work, crushing hay to get the grain with quite traditional machinery. And this is the view of the valley that they're working in. Not bad, I must say. Now we walk on to the temple itself. As I said before, we are visiting the Kamsun Yulay Namgyal Chorten, which is one of Bhutan's most unique temples. It's actually built in the late 1990s by the Queen Mother, not to mark a historical event, but to bring peace, harmony and protection to the kingdom. Guava.
We'll have some guava?
No, thank you. All yours. It's perched quite high above the Punakha Valley, so getting here is a 45-minute walk, and it's not actually that easy in the altitude. Quite steep in some parts, but once you get past the first 20 minutes, it's okay. It takes you through rice fields, pine forests, before opening up to sweeping views, as you can see. Inside, the temple is spread across 4 levels, each filled with intricate Buddhist imagery, mandalas and protected deities. Every detail is designed to ward off negative forces and promote stability, following ancient Buddhist texts rather than traditional temple layouts. I can't wait to get to the temple to see all the different levels and see the view at the top. First of all, we've got to work for it, so let's hike up to the top. Here we are, made it to the temple. It's very striking. There's beautiful grounds about. I mean, it gives me sort of Japan vibes a little bit. But my word, this is a cool little place on top of a hill. I'm looking forward to seeing the views and then checking inside. Of course, no cameras inside, so never allowed to video or photo anything. But this is cool. Gonna check it out and admire the views. Oh, what a place this is. Bhutan never fails to deliver. There we go, let's go in there. So as I said, you cannot film inside the temple, but I'll give a brief description of each floor. So the ground floor is dominated by the wrathful deity Vajrakalaya. This level focuses on protection and removal of obstacles and negative forces. Then the next level is filled with mandalas and guardian deities, representing spiritual balance and the safeguarding of peace and harmony. The third floor symbolises wisdom and compassion, with imagery showing higher Buddhist teachings and enlightenment. And the top level, which you'll see right here, is home to a serene Buddha, opening out to panoramic views that reflect clarity, calm and spiritual completion. And my word, if these views don't instill those feelings in you, I don't know what will. The Punakha Valley is fast becoming my favourite place in Bhutan. Look at this. So one of the reasons I picked Breathe Bhutan is because they offer authentic experiences. That's from people I know who've experienced a tour with those guys. And one of the reasons I want that is because I want to see local life, really. So on this hike up and down the temple, we actually passed through rice paddies, and there's some farmers actually working in the field, and they are crushing and separating grain and hay. We passed through that earlier. It's back-breaking work, but it's cool to see that in real time. And then when we get further up, you can hear in the distance a group of locals playing darts, I think. And it's not the darts that you think of. It's the darts where they fire a dart over 100 metres, I think. That's pretty cool to see and hear as well. And that's what it's all about. Local life, local people, local places that they go to. Lots of locals here at this temple. And for me, that's a really wholesome experience. And now we head back down to the river back across the suspension bridge and head on to our day. Can't get over the views. The weather's perfect, 14, 15 degrees sun. Just walking through plantations and fields and local life. Dreamy. We made our way down from the temple and bumped into some ex-military who are part of these villages here on the path who are selling fruits and nuts, and we had a chat with them to see what they're up to. What's he saying now? Where the monastery is? Yeah.
So they are constructing one.
A monastery? Yeah.
Stupa.
Oh, stupa. Okay.
Almost all the ex-militaries from different districts, they are building their own stupas in different districts.
What? How come? Why is that?
Mainly to for the purification.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. I bought some bananas for 100 rupees and they were so sweet and tasty, and I shared them out to all the guides for the way down. And now it's time for lunch in this stunning location. Look at Punakazong there. Wowzers. Okay, just stopped off for lunch and I didn't quite expect this, to be honest. We're by the river and in the distance here, where you see that umbrella, is us having lunch. But if you come back round here, the Punakazong is just down there. Look. Unbelievable. The colour of the water, glacier-like in terms of colour. So I'm going to go to the end and have a look. Stunning views as always. Looking forward to lunch as well. Punakazong is next and that is on my top 3 things to see here. So I'm excited for that. The lunch was tasty and it was nice to sit in the sun in the mild weather and have some great Bhutanese food. Now it's time to visit Punakazong, and let me tell you, this is a must-do in Bhutan. And for me, I said top 3 a minute ago, probably my top 5 because I have so many things I want to see and do. But the Punakazong stands at a meeting point of the Mo Chu and the Pho Chu rivers, where the valley narrows and the landscape almost feels like ceremonial. You saw in the distance previously of those 2 rivers meeting. This Zong was actually built in 1637 and once served as Bhutan's capital and remains one of the most important structures in the country's history. Not just a fortress, but a living spiritual centre. During the winter months, the central monastic body resides here, so you'll see lots of monks when you walk around, and the courtyards do continue to echo with prayer, ceremony and daily life. The scale is actually breathtaking. Towering whitewashed walls, golden roofs and wide open courtyards framed by intricate woodwork, which you're going to see in a second. Every detail does reflect Bhutan's traditional architecture, designed to be both defensive and deeply symbolic. At certain times of the year, the Zong becomes a place of national gathering, hosting festivals, royal events and moments that have shaped Bhutan's identity.
And here you can see the entrance, a golden
gold door.
Yeah. This has a very importance about our monarchy, because back in the year 1907, the father of our first king, he was governor, the general of the eastern Bhutan, who used to be based in central part of Bhutan, the place called Phongsa. And he became very popular very strong, and he was able to bring all other governors under him. That's why he decided to crown his son as a king of the country.
That's when it started, right?
Yeah. That's why all the officials, representative from other area, they willingly turned up here and they signed the agreement to crown his son as the first king.
Right.
And that's why it happened inside this golden dome.
Yeah.
There is a temple, which is a palace of protectors of our country.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, life-saved birds. Life-saved rooster. Actually, this rooster was taken to the slaughtering house.
Okay.
Someone paid the money to save his life.
Huh.
So, the life-saved birds or animals you can see around the monasteries,
Yeah.
temples.
He wants to go in there.
Maybe. And this is the final courtyard.
Yeah.
And here you can see the temple. This is the main temple.
Yeah. So standing here, surrounded by the river and the views and the mountains and the history, the Zong feels like less of a monument and more like the heart of the valley itself. My guide Sonam will give me loads of information here about the Zong, and the one thing we should note is that the royal family, the current king and queen, got married here in 2011. So this proves how important this place is. Honestly, what I saw in there was breathtaking. The gold, the colour, the stories, the Buddhas, Rinpoche, all the guys. It honestly is a stunning, spectacular marvel. This has to be up there for you to do when you come to Bhutan. So gonna get one last look. So cool. Huh. Now it's time for definitely one of the top 3 things to see and do in Bhutan for myself, and that is head to my next place, which is a homestay. Now, a homestay is a location that you can stay at in any country where you stay in someone's home. It'll be very local, and traditionally, the person who stays there helps with the house activities. That could be cooking, could be feeding animals, it could be doing some gardening, whatever needs doing, you do offer to help out. Nowadays, people just stay there for the experience, but I wanted to offer my help to anything that was needed. So we met our homestay host, Amma Om, at the Punakazong car park. She jumped in the van. So let's go and check out Amma Om's house and get into the front room to have some tea and see what it's like to stay here for the night. Bhutanese pizza. Is Bhutanese pizza better than Italian pizza? Oh.
Difficult to say.
Yeah.
Because I'm not that much fond with the.
If you enjoyed that trendy coffee, you can buy me a coffee for $5 at buymeacoffee.com/wingingit. This helps the production costs of this YouTube channel and helps me personally to travel to provide you with some great travel content. Cheers. The first activity at the homestay was milking a cow.
Yeah, now it's better.
Oh,
no, that's out.
And this is a first for me, and I'm not sure what I feel about it. It's a bit squidgy, a bit liquidy, a little bit gross, but I truly understand that this is one of the oldest traditions in human history. And I think my technique was actually okay for a first timer, and it was good fun all round for me and the family who were staying here too.
You want to try?
Okay, you have to?
Yes.
One question.
Yes.
How was my milking of the cow technique?
Oh, it was same like the Bhutanese, the ladies. I mean, like it was very good.
Okay.
The way you milk, and I've seen it was very good.
Yeah. I thought actually the whole group done well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the kids were getting stuck in. Yeah.
Exactly. The kids were really interested.
Yeah, quite lively kids. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It's something new, something first in my life. Right. There you go. What's next?
Next, we are going to visit the kitchen and the hosts, they are going to offer us some tea and some dumplings.
Oh,
so yeah,
lovely.
And we're gonna spend some few more minutes over there, and we're gonna prepare some Bhutanese dish, and you're gonna help the host to chop some vegetables and have some, the experience of the Bhutanese, the kitchen or the Bhutanese restaurants. Okay.
All right. But this is why I chose Homestay, because you get to do these sort of like Bhutanese things, right? Yeah. And then we have a hot stone bath later. The dumplings were vegetarian and a bit like momos if you've been to Nepal. So we had that and some milk tea for a snack, and it tasted so good. So Amma wanted to show me how to churn the milk to make butter and then ultimately cheese. And this is a painstaking process. As you can see here, you've got to stir very slowly around the pan. So I gave that a go. And it requires patience and a bit of stamina to keep going around in a circle like this. And eventually this will turn out into butter. And then further on, we will then create cheese balls with this and put them with dinner later. So I'm really keen to see how this process plays out. Let's give it a try.
Homework.
Yeah.
Do you want to try some cheese?
No, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. She's offering you the.
She's too kind.
Yeah.
Get my hands dirty. So a bit of chopping of vegetables, milking a cow, stirring the cheese in here. Now put it into a bowl. Yeah, didn't think I'd be doing this a week ago. It's pretty cool. This is quite, again, therapeutic. It's quite nice to squidge.
I hope you got the perfect ball.
I feel like Amma's balls are much better.
Yeah.
Again, you can squeeze, she says.
Squeeze?
She's teaching you.
Like this. Yeah. This is the perfect one there. Look at this. It's like a donut. Is it like? A donut?
Okay.
Amma is the most kindest and sweetest soul. She really welcomed me into the kitchen. I helped out peeling some potatoes, cutting broccoli, and she really appreciated me helping out cook the dinner for later. As you can see here, a lovely photo, and she doesn't speak much English, but that doesn't matter because the guys will translate and you can kind of understand what she is saying. Furthermore, I did get to interview Amma for my podcast, the Winging It Travel podcast, so you can check that out in the next couple of weeks after the release of this vlog. But I just want to say, please check out Amma Om's homestay in the show notes. Click the link, and if you want to add it to your itinerary, ask your tour group. And if you go with Breathe Bhutan, they would definitely add in Amma Om. into the itinerary if you ask. After all the activities, it leaves one more thing to do, and that is a hot stone bath. And in the coldness of 0 to -2 degrees, it's going to be pretty chilly getting undressed and getting into the stone bath, but once you're in, you won't regret it. And this was so nice, and I was in there for 20 to 30 minutes, an absolute dream before heading to bed. What a day and what an experience in a traditional homestay in Bhutan. My heart is full and I couldn't be happier with my experience. So morning all from Amma Om's, and it's a lovely breakfast available this morning. And this avocado is grown on Amma Om's farm on site, can you believe? And Amma Om is telling us about her family history here, which is great to learn. But sadly, it was time to say goodbye to Amma Om, and this is super sad indeed. But I did promise her I would come back with more people next time, and I cannot wait already. Okay, the most authentic thing you can do in Bhutan is a homestay. And this is the reason I chose Breathe Bhutan, but also this homestay, because I want to understand what local life is like, and I've had the most wholesome, amazing time. I was almost in tears saying goodbye because Amma is so nice and so warm. Her smile, her hospitality of cooking food and making everyone smile. She doesn't speak that much English, but it doesn't matter because you can interact with her through other people and it's still just as warm. So I've loved my stay here. I do generally think this is a must, and it's probably going to be my favourite thing on this tour. Haven't done everything yet, but I can't see this being beaten because I love people. I love mixing with her family, other travellers, and yeah, thanks to Breathe Bhutan for this experience. This was a really wholesome experience. Yeah, I loved it. And the activities that I participated in are some for the first time. So I milked a cow, which I've never done before. It's quite weird squeezing the, I don't know what they're called, the things to get the milk out. And then we saw that churned into cheese in the shed over there, and we saw the milk been churned around in a circle, then into balls of cheese, which we used for dinner. So that's pretty cool. I really loved the hot stone bath in the evening. It's quite chilly here at night, but once you get into the bath with the hot stones and the water, it's a dream. And finally, I did help out with cooking. I was cooking vegetables, I was cutting vegetables, I was preparing some food for the dinner, and I think that went well too. And she rated my cooking skills 10 out of 10, which I would really thank her for. So yeah, the activities are great. There's a few more you can do, and I was playing football with the kids outside as well, so plenty of stuff to do, and you won't get bored here, that's for sure. Things aren't always that smooth, and as we left, the group in front of us had a bit of trouble with this van getting stuck in the mud. This took about half an hour to resolve. No dramas though, we made it to our next port of call, which is the Punakha Suspension Bridge, which is one of the longest suspension bridges in Bhutan, stretching across the Mochu River and linking the Punakazong with nearby villages. It spans approximately 160 to 180 metres across, so that's 525 to 590 feet, and it's about 1.2 metres wide, and hanging over the river about 30 metres or 100 feet. So this will be no slouch. Let's go and check it out. We all just had a fantastic stay at Amma Om's homestay. Now Amma means mother and Om is her name, but she is the most delightful lady I've met in Bhutan in terms of having that motherly feel, looking after you. She can't really speak much English, but you can sort of convey what she's saying really. But of course the guide will translate what she says, but she fed us well, gave us tea, fruit. We helped out with the farming and the cooking. It really was a traditional, top quality homestay experience. That's why I do them, just to make those connections and see how Bhutanese life goes day to day. And she does everything. She does cooking, cleaning, she does the rice paddy fields, She has a cow, so she does that, makes cheese, makes milk, everything you can imagine. What a lady. And a little embrace at the end. I was almost in tears because she's so nice. And I'll be going back there for sure next time I come to Bhutan, because that is a wholesome experience. We just left and we just went to the second longest suspension bridge in Bhutan, walked across it and back. Pretty cool. Built because there was a flood in the 90s and it caused a bit of havoc in this area. So they built the suspension bridge so people can cross both parts of the land. Beautiful day again, clear skies, probably about 16 degrees, something like that. It's perfect. And now we're off on our day to Monastery later to speak with some nuns, so that'd be interesting. And a bit of a car journey today though. I don't mind that because I need to rest my legs for the hike. Anyway, that's a summary of yesterday, and now we move on. We've just arrived at Sanjendorji Lendrup Nunnery, and this is a Buddhist nunnery located above Punakha Valley. This was established to support and educate Buddhist nuns and to strengthen the role of women within Bhutan's monastic community. The nunnery is home to nuns from across the country, many from rural and remote areas, and here they receive formal religious education in Buddhist philosophy, meditation, chanting, and ritual practices. Alongside their spiritual training, the nunnery also places a strong emphasis on practical education, including language skills, computer training, and vocational crafts, helping to provide long-term independence and opportunity. And I cannot wait to visit because of one thing. I'm actually going to interview a nun, and I'm going to put it into this vlog in a second. This delightful lady spent about 10 minutes with me, sharing her life and experience at the nunnery and what she intends to do afterwards. It's very important to showcase the female side of Buddhism. As you know, I've interviewed some monks on this trip so far, and a local as well, but I want to get the female perspective. Let's take a look at the nunnery, the views, and ultimately the interview with a nun. Okay, hello. Please can you introduce yourself and where we are?
My name is Nam, and this is Buddhist Nuns College. So I'm in 6th year. We have to complete 9th year from here. So I'm in sixth year, studying 6th year. So I'm 24 years old.
And this is an all-female monastery. Can you explain what you teach here?
I'm still a student, and I work as a media in our nunnery. So I used to take photos, making videos, and uploading social media to update our news.
Yeah. What did you study here?
I studied Buddhist philosophy text.
Okay. What do you think of Bhutan through your Buddhist religion?
As a Buddhist practitioner, Bhutan is the best place to do Buddhism, Buddhist practice.
Yeah.
So it's very safe. There is a lot of lot of great masters, and it's not hard to get teachings and also Buddhist philosophy text, transmission and all. So because of that, I feel very blessed to be born in Bhutan. And also it's most of people, they used to admire and like to visit Bhutan because Bhutan is a Buddhist country. So it's very safe, whether you go to solitary mountain or in a public place, everywhere it's very safe. And even if you are a nun, even if you are a female practitioner, when you go to solitary mountains and everywhere, it's very safe because all people used to respect and help.
What is your day-to-day? What does it look like? What do you do from start to finish of your day?
Before we used to wake up at 4:30, but after this year, after changing our teacher, we used to wake up at 5, and we chant our morning prayer by ourselves first in room and do little study. Some they wake up at 3 a.m. So after that, at 6 o'clock a.m. we used to come in temple to do morning prayer. It's for 30 to 1 hour.
Yeah.
So we all gather here and do morning prayer, and after that we go to our morning philosophy class. So it's from 7 to 8:30 or 8:30 like that, and after that we used to have breakfast. And after breakfast 9 to 11 we have to do self-study up there, and after that we used to learn ritual items like how to make ritual cakes and this thing. And 12 to 1 we have lunch, and again 1 to 3 we have philosophy class again, and after that again we have to do self-study, and till 4 to 5 we have debate session. We all have to gather in front of a temple and do debate.
Okay.
And 5 o'clock we have dinner, and after that we have evening prayer from 6 to 7. And 7 to 8 we have to memorize text, and 8 to 9:30 we have to do debate session, and after that some they stay in classroom and in front of temple doing self-study, night study, and some they go to bed at 10, some 11, some 12.
Wow.
It's up to
long day.
Yes.
And what is happening today?
Every 7 p.m. to 8 we have to memorize text.
Yeah.
So today is an exam for that.
Okay. And then at the end of the 9 years, when you qualify?
Yes. After completing here, some they go for 3-year retreat.
Okay.
And some they went to study abroad.
Okay.
To continue their study, and some they stay here and teach students. Some go to school, normal school, and teach students.
What will you do at the end of 9 years?
My plan is to go for retreat.
A retreat?
Yes, because
in Bhutan?
Yes, because I joined in Nunnery to do retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. And why should someone come to visit this place?
People say the view here was so amazing.
Yes,
and
it is.
nuns are so frank. They say like that. And our teacher, actually, our Kempo, he speaks English very well.
Yeah.
He used to talk with tourists and interact with them.
Yeah.
And most of tourists, they say that we are lucky to have teacher like him because he's very frank with the 21st century wisdom.
Yeah.
So our camp is very good. So most of people, they come here. That's the reason most of people come here. And also, this nunnery was royal's nunnery. It was built by grandparent of 5th king of Bhutan. So this is royal's nunnery.
Okay.
So most of people, they visit here because of that.
What's the one thing in Buddhism that we should know?
Most of people think that Buddhism is a religion. So it's not a religion. Buddhism is not a religion. It's kind of way of living, how to live your life in positive way. So whether you are Christian or Hinduism or whatever, it's okay to practice Buddhism, because Buddhism is not a religion to select or like that. Because in Buddhism, we don't have to follow whatever we read in text or whatever masters say, whatever master instruct us to do. Because in Buddhism, we are allowed to decide it whether you follow or not. So it's all up to us.
That's amazing. Thanks for coming on to the podcast. I appreciate your insight.
Actually, I really want to talk more, but my English was not so good because we don't speak much English here. We don't have English class or like that.
You've done absolutely amazing. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
After that amazing interview, it's time to head to Punakha Valley for coffee and lunch, and this is much needed. Please check out the nunnery in the show notes if you want to learn more. Today I got asked if I'd like an Indian-inspired lunch, and hell yeah, I do. Look at this huge platter of food. I cannot wait to get stuck in. Buzzing. I absolutely love that sound. That defines the Himalayas for me. And after lunch and coffee, now it's back in the van and heading upwards towards Punakha Valley. It's only 78 to 80 kilometers, but this will take 3 to 4 hours because the roads go up and they're windy and it's not as straightforward in terms of terrain. Let's see what this journey is like and head towards the Switzerland of Bhutan. We have made it to Punakha Valley, and you may have heard me earlier refer it to the Switzerland of Bhutan. This is because this is one of the most peaceful and unique landscapes in Bhutan. It's a wide U-shaped valley that sits high in the mountains and feels completely different from the steep forested valleys you see elsewhere in the country. So as I mentioned, it's called the Switzerland of Bhutan, and it's easy to see why, as you see here with the dramatic cliffs. The land opens up into rolling meadows, gentle hills, and vast open fields dotted with traditional farmhouses. This is also one of the coldest inhabited valleys in Bhutan, and let me tell you, it's pretty cold, and the winter temperatures often drop below freezing, and frost covers the fields in the early mornings, adding to the Swiss-style mountain feel. The air here for sure is crisp, the light is quite soft, and sunset is settling in. One of the coolest things about Punakha is its wildlife. Every winter the valley becomes home to the endangered black-necked cranes, which migrate here from Tibet between October and March. These cranes are deeply respected in Bhutanese culture and are considered symbols of longevity and good fortune. After we walk through the forest, out into the plains and checking out the black cranes, we're going to stay at Gangte Monastery, which overlooks the valley. Let's go and check this area out. These landscapes are so cool. I mean, look at this. And how awesome is it to see these black-necked cranes? Amazing stuff. I live for this sort of stuff on my travels. Despite this, it is bitterly cold, and I think all of us are ready to head to the warmth. So we headed into the van up to Gangte Monastery, which is also known as Gangte Goemba, and it's one of the most important monasteries in central Bhutan. It's built in the early 17th century, and the monks here invite people to stay overnight, and I cannot wait to stay in a traditional monastery. It belongs to the Ingme school of Tibetan Buddhism, the oldest Buddhist tradition in Bhutan, and its elevated position isn't accidental. The monastery was placed here to overlook and spiritually protect the entire Punakha Valley below. Now it's time for a meal cooked by the monks and to settle in for the night. Trust me, it is so cold right now. I cannot wait to get into my room and sleep with the heater on. What a day in Bhutan. Day 6 has finished. It's been a very different type of day today, seeing many different types of sceneries, elevations, and parts of Bhutanese culture. This morning I made a big decision. I decided to cancel my 2-night, 3-day hike in Ha as it was too cold. The thought of freezing in a tent at night after a tough day hiking didn't fill me with confidence, especially given I was struggling with the challenging weather anyway. Therefore the plan was to head back to Thimphu, the guides will head home, and I'll be on my own for the rest of the trip before I fly back to Bangkok. First up, however, is visiting Gangte Monastery. This is one of the most important spiritual centres of the Nyingma school of Tibetan Buddhism in Bhutan. At the end of the year, monks gather here for one of their final rituals before the new spiritual cycle begins. These ceremonies are deeply symbolic, focused on purification, protection, and clearing away any negative energy from the past year. Inside the monastery, monks chant ancient scriptures in low rhythmic tones, while ceremonial instruments echo through the temple halls. The ritual is believed to bring blessings and protection for the coming year, not just for the monks, but for the entire Punakha Valley community. As you can see here, the monks are hanging around together outside the temple before starting the ritual. Honestly, the sounds, vibe, positivity, energy, music, feeling and sights were so cool. No cameras were allowed inside, but we were. So we sat inside, listened and watched everything that was going on. It was truly breathtaking. It was amazing to be around.
물장구 체험을 돌아보고 헌법을 지냈어.
This experience was effectively the last thing on my itinerary before we head back to Thimphu. So it's time for one last look at the monastery, get in the van and make the arduous journey back to the capital city. Morning all, how you doing? So the main part of the tour is finished. My guides have gone home. I did 7 days throughout the country and now I'm in Thimphu in the centre of town in the capital city of Bhutan at a hotel called Gakgil. I'm here for 2 nights. I came back late last night. I'll be staying tonight, off to Paro tomorrow, and today I'm going to explore the city of Thimphu on my own. So it's going to be a day in Thimphu. Really looking forward to it. And the added bonus special of today's video is that it's National Day in Bhutan, so everyone's got a day off. I'm not sure what's going to be open, but I'll tell you what is on the cards is I was going to go to the National Stadium just across the street over there, and there's a thing going on all day there, I think, for celebrating Bhutan today. So I'm going to see if I can get in, check out what's going on, have a watch, and then walk around the town. I've got a coffee place on my list for breakfast. I've got a National Stadium, and I'll just be wandering and picking out a few places that I've got on my list and seeing what it's like to wander around the streets as a tourist. So let's go. Straight ahead is the Bhutan Clock Tower Square, and this is a rare Western style clock tower in Bhutan, and it's surrounded by traditional Bhutanese carvings. And this place is usually the lively gathering place for locals and celebrations, but as you can see on this morning, it's pretty quiet. Next up is coffee and breakfast, and my cafe of choice is Ambient Cafe, which is one of Thimphu's most popular cafes, known for its cosy atmosphere, great coffee and a relaxed hangout spot for both locals and travellers right in the centre of Thimphu. And this is also a recommendation from my guides before they left last night, so let's check it out. Cool, I've been craving a bagel ever since I left Canada, and that coffee you see there is actually from India, from the Chikmagalur Coffee Centre, which I visited last year in Bangalore, so check out that video for more. Now as we head out after breakfast, I'm heading towards the National Stadium, and if you put in Google Thimphu, you may come up with a photograph of this roundabout straight ahead. This is the Thimphu Traffic Circle, a unique roundabout where instead of traffic lights, a white-gloved police officer directs vehicles with carefully choreographed hand signals. So I've taken a right turn at the roundabout, and as I mentioned before, today is a special day here in Bhutan. It's Bhutan's National Day, which is celebrated every year on December the 17th. I don't know what to expect as I approach the stadium here. I'm not sure if I'll get let in. Let's hope I do, and you never know, the royal family might just be there.
All expressions of contemporary art, a dialogue between the past and the future. Every beat, every movement is a story told not in words.
This day marks the coronation of Yugin Wangchuck, the first king of Bhutan, in 1907. His crowning united the country and began the Wangchuck dynasty, which still rules Bhutan today. Across the country, Bhutanese people will celebrate with traditional ceremonies, cultural performances and community gatherings. It's a day filled with national pride, where people wear traditional dress, honour the monarchy and celebrate Bhutan's unique culture and identity. Today is the National Day for Bhutan, so everyone is off
work pretty much, and at the National Stadium watching these amazing performances. And I've just come at like 11 a.m, but it's been going since 8, I think, and it'll probably go for the rest of the day. So I'm going to dip in. It's free to get in. You can sit anywhere, and yeah, you can watch and see what's going on. All the announcements are in English, so you understand what's going on. It's going to be pretty cool to see this throughout the day. So unfortunately for me, and for the first time ever, the royal family went somewhere else in Bhutan for National Day. How unlucky is that? But I'll come back to the royal family on the next vlog as I leave Bhutan. I'll leave that there as a little cliffhanger. But for now, I'm enjoying the experiences and the performances on the football pitch there on the National Stadium, and I'm going to enjoy a little bit more before heading off to get some lunch. Before lunch, I want to check out the farmers market, so I'm going to head there now and see what it's like. Let's go on a little journey. Are you open? Yes. Okay. Hey. Those owners you saw there of Hope Cafe sat down on the sofa with me with a cup of coffee, and we had a chat for an hour about Bhutan, travel, tourism, life, Australia, everything you can imagine, and what a wonderful time. They even tried to give me the coffee for free, but I wasn't having that. And it was so good that I'm going to go back the next morning.
They actually advised a Swiss bakery for cake and donuts, so I thought, do you know what, let's sack off a normal lunch and get some sugary goodness in me. So I'm heading off towards the Swiss bakery. I'm kind of wandering around here, getting a lay of the land, not entirely sure of where to go, but I think I'll find it if I keep heading up the steps and around the roads. Let's see if I can find it. I mean, 3 cakes, probably gone a bit too far there, but that'll do nicely with a packet of Lay's for lunch. For later, I'm actually going to head to Ambient Cafe for dinner because I know they do Western food, so it's going to be a toasty and chips for me. Then I wander back through the night, back to my hotel. On this trip to Bhutan, I'm working with the tour company Breathe Bhutan and Tourism Bhutan. Now, because I've left my itinerary and the guides, I am to fend for myself financially for a couple of days before I head back to Bangkok. The Hotel Gatgil, where I'm staying, is about $20 a night. It's really, really good value for the centre of Thimphu. They have a restaurant on site which serves Indian and Western food, which is a little bit more expensive than if you head out to a restaurant. But honestly, the day-to-day fees of heading out, getting coffees, sandwiches, confectionery, even pharmacy stuff is not very expensive at all. And in this location, on this street, there's 24-hour shops, pharmacies, restaurants, places to get late food, places to buy alcohol, bars. What a place. The next morning, it's time to get a coffee at another cafe I have in my mind, and that is Mountain Cafe, which is the only coffee roastery in Bhutan. So let's check it out. After a quick coffee at Hope Cafe, that is Thimphu done. I got picked up by another guide from Breathe Bhutan to take me to Paro, and I've arrived here at Tenzingling luxury tents in the hills of Paro. It's about an hour and a half away by car. We arrived at Tenzingling Resort in the hills of Paro quite late, and as you can see here, sunset is setting in. Due to the change in the itinerary for me, I kept this night on the itinerary because I wanted to experience some glamping tents, and my word, I was in for a treat. This is luxury. Electric blanket under there. Interested? Through here. Luggage room. Oh yes, 100 towels. Look at all this. Amazing, I'll be taking all that. Lovely. Yeah. Shower. Have a look. Wow. Tenzingling Resort is in Lango, in the proximity of Kichu Lakang, and it features a restaurant, bar, spa services, free Wi-Fi, and is located about 5 kilometres from the Paro International Airport. And my word, I don't think I've stayed in anything like this in a long, long time. I ordered room service last night for dinner and it was absolutely brilliant, and what a glorious morning to wake up to. I am starving hungry and I've ordered breakfast, but I'm going to eat it in the restaurant, so I'm really keen to see what I get. There's rumours it could be an English breakfast, so let's see. They do machine coffee, so an Americano for me. But my word, look at this plethora of food. Another buffet in Bhutan. I don't think I can ever get tired of this. I could not finish that food. Anyways, I checked out at Tenzingling and my guides picked me up to take me to Paro, and we found a hotel. I've checked into there, dropped my stuff off, and now it's time to explore Paro, the city itself. Let's take a wander. Set in a wide, fertile valley at around 2,200 metres above sea level, Paro is one of Bhutan's most historically and culturally significant regions. It's home to the country's only international airport, so you will fly into here, where planes navigate a dramatic landing between the Himalayan peaks, and my word, get yourself ready for some amazing sights there. This is one of the most unique flight approaches in the world, and pilots take an extra course to land there. Paro is known for its well-preserved traditional Bhutanese architecture, no traffic lights, and strict building regulations that maintain its authentic look. Just above the valley sits the iconic Tiger's Nest Monastery. This will be your base before you go and hike that hike, and trust me, it's a must, and it's one of Bhutan's most sacred sites. With its mix of spiritual landmarks, scenic hiking trails and rich history, Paro offers a deeper look into Bhutanese culture beyond just being the country's main entry point. And my first impressions here is I love it. I love the setting, it's in the valley, it's not quite in the mountains, and the blue skies just make it even more magical. I do love the architecture. Now it's time to check out a cafe and get a cake and a coffee. Coffee and cake is delicious. Now, one of the things I want to do in Paro before I leave is souvenir shopping, and rest assured, anything you buy here is made in Bhutan. So it's local, the price you pay goes to local people and businesses, and there's so much choice to choose from. But here I am, successful in my attempt to buy some souvenirs. Not something I normally do on my travels. After all that shopping, I need dinner, so it's a Himalayan kitchen. For me, it's thukpa, chow mein and momos. True classic Nepalese vibe for me, and the owner was so nice. We had a chat about Bhutan, travel, YouTube, and got a photo at the end. Would highly recommend visiting this restaurant when in Paro. Cheers for the hospitality. That is it. That wraps up my Bhutan trip. 10 nights, 11 days. A mix of fast travel and slow travel. And honestly, I've had the best time in Bhutan. I think my top 3 highlights, in no order, is going to be the homestay. Amma Om's homestay was a lovely setting for learning some new skills, like milking a cow and making cheese. And then also having that homely feel of home-cooked food, community, and also meeting other travellers as well as local people who stay there. And she is doing great things by housing infants there for the last 10 years or something. So she's really helping out the community. She has a farm. She helps the community with food, contacts, politics, everything you can imagine. What a woman. And I can't wait to see her again. And I will be coming back to her homestay next time I come to Bhutan. Next will be obviously Tiger's Nest. That's a cliche almost for anyone who comes to Bhutan, but honestly, when you see it for the first time and get closer to it, my word, that is something special. The hike is not too difficult. The cafe halfway up to get your coffee and sit there, by imagining what you're going to see as you get further up, it's an absolute dream. So that is there for sure. And number 3 is a difficult one. But I was really impressed by the Punakazong, I must admit, because it's so impressive. I mean, the royal family got married there, so must be a thing, right? So it's really important to Bhutan. Really impressive building. The history is amazing. The look of it, incredible. Monks everywhere. It's just the iconic Zong to see in Bhutan. And now I'm going to say my favourite place I've stayed at. Honestly, they've all been great. I have not had one bad place to stay. But in terms of being comfortable, the setting, I generally think the hotel in Punakha that we stayed at with the view of the Zong in the morning and at night. And when you have your breakfast and you look at that every morning, that is pretty special. So I think that is my favourite accommodation. And I've been told with Breathe Bhutan that is normally their guests' favourite. So there's a reason for that. Top-notch food, top-notch location. It was a bit cold, but they gave me some heaters and some blankets. So no dramas there, but the scenery, my word. My favourite Bhutanese dish is, of course, their national dish, Mandalas, the chili cheese. I enjoyed that. I can't have it too much, and it wasn't too spicy for me, so I really enjoyed that dish for sure. They've got great coffee as well. So the mountain cafe that I've been frequenting in different places, they're the only ones who roast their own coffee here. So they're the superior coffee roasters in Bhutan. But the cafe I went to in Thimphu, Ambient Cafe, their coffee beans are from Chikmagalur in Karnataka in India. So top quality coffee beans, but they roast it in Bhutan. That's a great cup as well. So they're a couple of cafes that I would recommend for sure. Anyway, you have seen everything that I've done. I mean, I can't stress enough how much I've filmed. It has been relentless. I haven't missed anything, and I hope it will inspire you to visit Bhutan, but also inspire you to book your Bhutan trip through Breathe Bhutan. I just want to say thank you to those guys for hosting me for 10, 11 days, providing the most amazing itinerary, and also being flexible and being honest. I've run 2 guys who are awesome. Sonam and Ratu are top guys, and the driver, who are called God, very, very important. And Parvati, who come onto the tour from Breathe Bhutan, added an extra laugh to the trip as well, even though she brought some germs with her. But honestly, an amazing group who made it an amazing trip, and I can't recommend highly enough this tour group, but also Bhutan in general. So hopefully get out there, get booking. Any questions you've got for me, please send me a DM or an email, jameshammondtravel@gmail.com. You can comment in the video as well if you want to hear anything more about my trip. And I don't think there's any other way to get in contact. Maybe comments on Instagram, something like that. That's the way to get in contact. Any questions, send me those and I'll answer them as best I can. And honestly, you won't regret coming to Bhutan. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you at the next place. As I sit at Paro International Airport waiting for my flight to Bangkok, I genuinely thought that was the end of the content. But on my flight, the royal family, the current king and his wife, were on the plane to Bangkok. I didn't quite know at first what was going on. Bit of an entourage, people milling about in the aisle. I was about 10 rows behind the curtain, which is obviously the business class bit. Anyway, I had a seat next to me, it became available, and one of the entourage, one of the main guys, came and sat next to me, and I had to ask the question, like, at the time, who's on the flight? He goes, oh, it's the king and queen. I'm like, what, the current king and queen? He's like, yeah. I'm like, what? Whoa. Where's he going? He's like, yeah, he's going to Bangkok. He's going to a university to accept an award, and we're all here to support him. I'm like, that's incredible. Like, amongst the people in the same flight as us, and I just couldn't really get my head around it. So I had a chat with this guy for about half an hour, getting to know more about the royal family, Bhutan as a country, what he did with the king and queen. He asked about my trip, if I liked Bhutan, would I recommend it? I told him about Winging It, my podcast, and this YouTube channel. So a real wholesome chat for the first part of my flight back to Bangkok. But yeah, esteemed guests on our flight back to Bangkok. What a treat and what a surprise. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment in the video. For more Asian adventures, click this playlist link here, and I'll see you at the next video. Cheers. Please follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel today, and let's go and see the world. Cheers, Hammo.